There's been plenty of questions rolling on how trainers and coaches should be using the power of video. And that's why in this episode, I want to walk you through how to actually get started with using video, how to use it in your business, how to importantly have the strategy together so you're able to grow a raving fan base, and how you're going to be able to get leads and get clients signing on board each and every week by you having a simple process for you to follow. So there's no doubt about it that the fitness and health world is saturated. There's plenty of people trying to do it, but it is not competitive, like I've said so many times before, because it is about you being able to have a unique message. But people need to be able to find out who you are. They need to be able to engage with you. You need to be able to build a relationship with them. And one of the best ways to do this is with video, because I can have your attention right now. I can make sure I deliver you value that you can walk away from this being able to be better, being able to get results. And I want you to be able to do this with your market, with your clients as well. Now, in an upcoming episode, we're going to go through the big changes when it comes to social media, and especially with Facebook, and how organic content by producing, like just say for instance, jumping on your Facebook business page and just doing a post, or maybe just posting a video straight to your Facebook business page, doesn't get a lot of people, doesn't get a lot of engagement because of the way it's set up, and how live video is becoming so important right now. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. But in today's episode, let's really focus on evergreen content. Let's focus on how you're going to be able to have a system, a process that's really easy to follow so that you can shoot video, get this out into the world, and for the long term, it can start pulling in clients for you. And this is where we start with query-based search, because remember, YouTube is a search engine, the second biggest search engine in the world, where Google is first, and guess who owns YouTube? Google owns YouTube. So you want to be able to harness this, because when someone's jumping online and they're typing in how to lose weight, and that's the market that you want to focus on, then you want to make sure that you're getting those people coming to you. But let's think about the actual strategy that you're going to be using so you can get video, get this content out into the big wide world, and make sure that you're signing on the exact clients that you want to be working with. And this is where you need to first get people to know you. And this is why when someone jumps online and they're typing in how to lose weight, or what's the best diet, what's the best training program, whatever it is that your market is going to be jumping online and searching for, that you're coming up and you're being able to deliver them the value. So you want to be able to produce these videos for two things. You want to be able to make sure that you get people to know who you are. So you want to grow an audience, but you also want to continue to produce these videos so you're building relationships with them, so they see you as the go-to trainer. Then importantly, we need to make sure that they take the next steps. If they're jumping on YouTube and watching your videos, then you want to make sure that they're taking that next step that could be, say, maybe joining a private group of yours, maybe signing up for your free diet, workout program, your weight loss consultation, whatever it is, but getting them into that sales funnel. So then you can continue to give them value, but then you're making sure that there's a process in place, these easy steps that they can take from finding out who you are, building a relationship with you, then being able to sign on board as your client. Now that we've covered the basics for how you're going to be able to shoot video and how you turn them into your clients, I'll also pop a link below for you to get access to the live coaching session that I did with a big group of trainers and coaches, going through the exact steps so you can actually put your sales funnel together, whether you want to be able to grow your online fitness business or whether you want to grow your face-to-face, or both. You'll be able to copy these steps. So now we need to start figuring out how we're going to shoot videos, what it's going to be about, and how's this really going to work, taking away all the confusion with the tech stuff. And before doing that, there's three important questions that you need to answer. Firstly, who are they? Who's your market that you're specifically going to be talking to and wanting to attract? Secondly, what do they want? What does your market want? What are the problems they're having, the frustrations they have? What's the solution that they're really looking for? And then thirdly, how do they want to consume it? So how do they want to consume videos? Do they want really short snippets of videos? Do they want long videos, really long explanations? Or do they want like interviews? These are the things that you need to be able to figure out and really join, because once you know what is it they want and how do they want to consume it, then what's your strength and what do you actually enjoy producing? Maybe you enjoy doing short 2 to 3 minute videos, then that's where you're going to be able to combine these to get the best results. Then we need to treat this like a pro, and this is where I want you to step up and do this properly. Let's use an editorial calendar. With all my trainers and coaches that we put through this program, we start with an editorial calendar. This is where you're going to be able to start listing out, and I would first start with listing 30 topics. What are the top 30 topics that your market want to know about? What are the questions they're asking? What are the problems they're facing? What is it that they're looking for? And figure out what are those main topics that you're going to be able to talk about. List these out in the editorial calendar. Then you can start to figure out what are some resources that you need to start learning from. What are the keywords that you're going to focus on? So what are they actually searching in that you can start popping up for? And then also, you know when you're going to be producing each video, when you're going to be publishing each video, and it's all in there in one document, so you're not going crazy trying to think about 101 different things. And then a common question is, well, what's the style of video that we want to be doing? Now, a lot of the time, it's an educational type of video. You want to be guiding, showing, teaching somebody, but there also needs to be an entertainment value, because if you're just talking monotone and it's really boring, no one's going to listen to it and it's not going to be fun. They're going to go on to someone else. So this is where, and I definitely didn't create this term, but edutainment. You need to be able to educate and entertain at the same time. So they're engaged with the video, but you're able to give them the value that they've come there for. Then there's the different types of videos that you can be doing. There's tutorial videos, review videos, testing videos out. So like testing different products, different programs. What about what is type videos? What about videos that are explanations? What about videos that are a how-to or even a walkthrough? This is where you can start to piece together using your editorial calendar, knowing the topics and then knowing what type of video you want to shoot with it. Now I want to go through the 7 main steps for you to be able to get the best results out of using YouTube that you can use today, and really simply as well. Really making sure that we take all the confusion out of it. And it really starts with step 1, which is your headline. Making sure that you craft a headline, because remember, if they're jumping on and they're searching for what is the best weight loss diet, you want to make sure that you're also using the keyword, and that could be diet, could be the keyword. What is it that they're searching for? And making sure that your headline is going to grab their attention, and it's going to get them wanting to actually click on the video and start to watch it. And then there's the description box. This really importantly has to have 3 things in it. And that is, what are your keywords? Make sure that you use a short few paragraphs, especially in the first few sentences, using the keywords that people are going to be searching for. Now, what I do is, and I'll show you in just a coming part later on in this episode, is you can use a part of this description also as your blog post as well to make your life easier. But we also want to include links. This is where you can include the links for where people can sign up for your coaching, where they can sign up for your lead magnet, they can take the next steps with you. And then there's a quick and easy hack that you're going to be able to do that's going to be able to help boost your videos. And that is, when you upload the videos, make sure that you're uploading them with the file name that has the keyword in it as well. This is something that I've seen throughout learning from so many different people when it comes to getting the best bang for your buck out of YouTube. That's a quick hack for you to use. The next step is your thumbnail art, because this is just like your headline. This is something that's going to grab their attention. Now, to be perfectly honest, I have a really simple process of going through. I use canva.com to be able to quickly create these images, so quickly that I actually get my assistant to do it now in just a few couple of steps. But really what you can do is create a template so you can do this over and over again without wasting too much time, especially if you're not feeling too creative and you just want a process to be able to follow. So the way I do it is, I just need to be able to change the wording, which is my headline, inside of each video, and then I just change the background image and I quickly tweak the image so the actual branding of everything looks the same and it's appealing at the same time. And then there's your channel art. This is where you're going to want to be able to change things, such as the top headline image, making sure that there's a call to action in there, using the links that you're able to get, the about section, really filling all these out and being as descriptive as possible, making sure that when people land on it, they're going to be able to understand who you are really clearly and concisely, and then can take the next steps up that you want them to take. And then there's the playlist, making sure that you set the playlist up. Let's just say, for instance, that you're specifically about weight loss. Your playlist could be set up such as diet. There could be another one that could be training. There could be another one that's supplementation. There could be another one that's lifestyle based. You could have 4 playlists set out there, but importantly, making sure that when someone lands on your YouTube channel, that they're going to be able to specifically go through the content, go through the videos that you've got. They're going to be specific to them. And then there's the annotations part. This is those annoying pop-ups that can be there, but when done properly, can be really impactful and powerful for making sure that you grow your YouTube following, especially using annotations to either get subscribers, telling them to subscribe, because if they do, they're not going to miss out. They're going to be able to keep up to date with everything, and they're going to get the results that they want at the end of the day. You can also use the annotations to take the next steps with them, and that's really important whether you want them to sign up for your coaching programs, whether you want them to sign up for your list, for your lead magnets, for your free weight loss diets, your training programs, whatever it is that you want someone to take that next step with that gets them into your sales funnel. Now, before we jump into how are you going to go through shooting videos, getting it out there and getting as many eyeballs as possible onto it, let's just cover this technology side, because so many people are going to get stuck on this, and let's make it really simple. Either you can use your iPhone to be able to shoot the videos. This is something that can be really good. The cameras in them are now fantastic. You can even get additions such as better mics and better lenses to attach onto it. There's no need to make it too complicated. Or the next step is, and what I'm shooting this off, is a Canon DSLR. It's just a 700D with a mic on top of it. Another example of an easy camera to use is a Canon G7X. All these things are depending on what's your price range right now, but don't get too clogged up on it. Don't get stuck on what might be the best option. Just go with one, start, and remember, it's really about the value. All these options I've covered are going to give you great quality, but it's about the quality of the value, the content that you're giving that really matters as well. Then when it comes to the editing side of things, it's really simple. You can either use iMovie that comes with your Macs. If you're on Windows, there's a free software that comes with it. I'm not too sure what the actual name of it is. I'll pop the actual name of it in the description box below for you. But also what I use is Final Cut Pro, and it's really simple. There obviously is many things that you can do with Final Cut Pro, but I keep it really simple. There's only three main things. I cut the videos up, I add intros and outros. Sometimes I add music to it where it best fits, and then I can upload it and get it straight moving. Now let's go through a really simple and effective video flow. So you have a template for how to structure your videos so you're able to deliver the best value and get them moving on to where you want them to. Now the first thing is, what's the problem and pain? What is the actual problem and pain of the person that's going to be using it and that video is about? Make sure that you describe it, outline what that video is about, get them engaged and saying, yes, that's where I'm at, that's the problem I'm having, and I need to be able to have a solution to that. Then make an intro. Give yourself an introduction so they know who you are, they know why they should be listening to. Then go through the actual solutions to the pain and problem. You could go solution 1, solution 2, solution 3, and then wrap the video up with a call to action, making sure they know the next best step. It could be joining your Facebook group, it could be signing up to your lead magnet, it could be joining a coaching program, but make sure that your call to action is really simply going to get them moving on to where you want them to be able to go. That's a natural progression of the video that they just watched. And when it comes to actually creating a call to action, make sure that you tell them what to do, how to do it, and why to do it. Give them the actual explanation so they know why you want them to subscribe, why you want them to join the coaching program, why you want them to join the lead magnet that gets them into the sales funnel, all those kind of things. Now, the last two steps are really important, and this is the content production and the content syndication. When it comes to the content production, I want you to first decide how often are you going to be shooting videos. If you're going to be doing YouTube, I would honestly, and this is because I learned it the hard way, I spent a couple of years fart-assing around with it. It was every now and then in dribs and drabs. Now it is, okay, I'm publishing on a cadence that I know I'm going to stick to. So I want you to treat it like an experiment. Let's say, for instance, that you're going to shoot 3 videos a week. What I want you to do is say, I'm going to shoot 3 videos a week for 6 months. And at the end of that 6 months, I'm going to look back at the analytics, I'm going to look back at the results, and then decide what am I moving on from there. Don't just start shooting 3 videos a week and then kind of saying, oh, is it working? Is it not working? You need to give it time. This is going to build a snowball effect, and you need to start producing video. You need to get your content out there and let it build up, and then you can perfect it as you go. The next step after this is having a content production checklist. This is simply knowing what are the steps that you have to go through that are going to get that video done and that video published. Really simply, I'll give you an example of what this content flow is that I currently use at the moment, and that I've got a lot of my coaches and trainers that make the small tweaks to it so they have their own content flow. So it's literally a checklist that is a no-brainer for how you're going to go through the process of shooting it and getting that video out. Now, let's talk about content syndication, which is simply making sure that you get as many eyeballs of the exact type of people that you want being able to watch the video, consume it, and start taking those next steps with you. Because what's the point of throwing a video up and no one seeing it? That's not going to be any good, and it's just going to be a complete waste of time. So let's create the actual process for maximizing this. Now, this content syndication flow that I've put together is going to make sure that you get on 6 platforms. Obviously, this is just an example of what I'm going to walk you through. You can tweak it to make sure that suits you and suits the platforms that you're going to use. But let's just say, for instance, a 10-minute video and you post that to YouTube. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to create a blog post on your website, and you're going to be able to use the embed code from that YouTube video and put that onto your blog post as well. And as a side note, that's also going to help your search engine optimization for your website as well. Then after doing that, you could cut that 10-minute video down into a 1-minute video. You could then post that 1-minute video onto Instagram, and in that one link that you get in Instagram, make sure you push people back to that main video that you shot. Again, with that 1-minute video, post it on YouTube, and the exact same thing in that status, link people back to that main video as well. What you could then also do is, from that 10-minute video, is grab the audio from it, and then you could use that directly to create and use as publishing your own podcast. Then what you're going to be able to do is, say you could shoot a Facebook Live or an Instagram Live, or you could even do both, of you being able to, after you've published that video, to then drive people back over to it, because we're cross-pollinating here. We're cross-promoting over different platforms to make sure that you're getting everyone involved in the main piece of content that you're producing. Then what you can do after that is simply, with your email list, send it to your email list. Send that video, that blog post that you just created, that main piece of content, and get everyone else that already knows you to be able to consume more of you, so they're engaging more with you. Because remember, the main thing that we're focusing on here is creating raving fans, then being able to have a process that turns those raving fans into your customers and clients. Now we come to the most important point, and that is consistency. You need to be consistent with making sure you follow through. That's why I said before, you've got to stick with how many times are you going to be posting. Set a specific time frame that you're going to do that for, and I'd say at least 6 months to give yourself the proper time to get the traction and get results moving. Now it's time for you to put this into action. So, how many videos are you going to be producing? When are you going to be producing? How often? Go through and set out your own editorial calendar. List out 30 topics, the 30 first videos that you're going to shoot about, and actually set yourself a deadline of when you're going to shoot them and when you're going to publish them. Then create the checklist. How are you going to go through creating your actual videos? What are each steps that you must go through? Then what are the steps that you're going to go through once you first publish the video to maximize as many people for you being able to see it? Always making sure that you're being able to get your videos to the right people, and you're being able to get them to take the right next steps after each video as well. So I want you to be able to ask all the questions that you want below, because we're going to be covering a lot more of this, especially with the changes going on with video and with social media, and how to make this really easy, especially for when it comes to trainers and coaches being able to get the best impact out of this. And obviously, I've popped the link below for you to be able to get free access to the live coaching call. So if you're confused with how to put these steps together, or if you really want the explanation of exactly what to follow to put your sales funnel together so it suits the fitness business that you want to create, well, that's the link for you to click on. That's the coaching guide I want you to be able to use, because those are the steps that you're going to be able to follow as well. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the upcoming episodes as well, because this is about creating the community of trainers, coaches, health professionals. So we come together, we're able to help each other, we're able to create the results that we each want, and really we're able to create the impact that we want. So we can transform bodies, we can transform lives as well. So thank you so much for being here. I'm looking forward to seeing your results from you actually pulling the trigger on this. And as always, I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. Now it's time for you to get the most out of this, and this is where I can jump in and give the answers that you need. So ask your questions in the comments below so I can personally come through and answer them for you. Plus, the best discussions happen on chrisdufay.com, so click on over to get everything that I've got there for you. And did you like this episode? Because if so, click subscribe so I can send you all the episodes to come for free straight to you. And for everything that I can't fit in these episodes, plus the free guides and coaching episodes, then click on over to chrisdufay.com now. Looking forward to seeing you soon and in the success community.